Quick question. Do you have a renewable food supply for when SHTF? If right now you're buying groceries from the store, or if all you have is a small garden, please watch this short presentation to the end because you and your family could starve when the disaster we're all prepping for finally hits. Even if you have a stockpile to last you a few weeks, maybe a month or two, it's not nearly enough because a long-term disaster could last years, even decades. And during that time, you still need to eat. You'll have to risk your life in order to get some food, waking up every morning knowing that you may never come back. How long can you survive like this? A week? A month? If you think you can survive in the woods hunting and foraging, let me stop you right there. There's no way you'll live very long. Too many dangers out there, from vicious gangs who'd rob you in the blink of an eye to people just like you fighting for resources. Instead, the single best thing to do is lay low and mind your own business. Kind of hard to do when you're forced to look for food every day. And once you reach your bug-out retreat, that's when the real nightmare starts. You better have ways of finding food there, sustainable ways. You have to take bugging out into consideration, regardless of what you're prepping for. No place on this earth is immune from SHTF, so no matter how sure you are you'll be bugging in, you'll always have to be ready to evacuate. If you make the wrong call and bug in when you should bug out, then all the hard work you put into prepping won't be worth a dime. Regardless of how and where you end up in the next disaster, you need a renewable food supply that you can take with you, depending on whether or not you decide to evacuate. Because in the dark times ahead, food may very well be worth more than gold, when desperate families will try to barter for it with anything they can. Hi, my name is Dan F. Sullivan, editor-in-chief of two of the most popular survival blogs on the web, survivalsullivan.com and the survivalistblog.net. And all I ask is you stick with me in this short presentation because I found it. An EMP-proof 100% portable garden that doesn't require you to have any land whatsoever. And no, it's not aquaponics. You heard that right. There is a way to grow your own groceries under any circumstances. Whether you're on a dangerous bug-out journey or if you've barricaded yourself inside the house with all hell breaking loose outside, I'm talking about a 100% organic, healthy food system that you can take with you wherever you go. A portable grocery store that just keeps on giving, and the yields, let me tell you, hundreds upon hundreds of pounds of food year after year, depending on how much space you have. As I said, this isn't aquaponics. Aquaponic systems have a huge flaw. They need electricity in order to function, not to mention that you have to filter the water constantly to keep the fish alive. Fail to do this every day and it's going to be SHTF in your fish tank. And where will you find new plants and fish post-collapse? Let me make it clear, aquaponic systems will not work after an EMP. I've never heard of anyone putting one in a Faraday cage. And even if you aren't prepping for blackouts and EMPs, though you should, you still have to take care of it every single day for the rest of your life. Not the kind of thing I'd like to waste my precious time doing post-SHTF. This amazing gardening system is renewable, EMP-proof, low maintenance, able to generate healthy organic food year-round, enough to feed a family of 4, and more importantly, to be 100% mobile. Wouldn't it be nice if you could quickly load your garden into your bug-out vehicle when you evacuate, or if you decide to defend your property, to easily move the plants inside until the danger passes? No place on this earth is immune from SHTF. Any home can be affected by wildfires, earthquakes, and hurricanes, or get invaded by marauders, including yours. As I grew older and wiser, it became clearer to me that a portable and renewable food system is the solution. I knew about container gardening, but never saw it as a portable solution. But then I started thinking, so you can grow plants in just about anything, pots, wheelbarrows, cinder blocks, old drawers, trash bags, you name it. What could possibly stop you from loading these up into your bug-out vehicle in the event of an evacuation? Plants grown in containers require less maintenance and are less exposed to pests, disease, and extreme temperatures. They're safe from floods, hail, and other mini disasters that devastate gardens across the country every year. You won't have to worry about annoying weeds either. All you need to worry about is watering your plants every now and then. Unlike aquaponics, you do not have to look out for them every single day. Containers also protect your plants from extreme temperatures, and you can easily control the acidity and the temperature of the soil. Whatever happens outside, your plants will survive and thrive along with you. Best of all, you can grow this garden even if you don't have any land whatsoever, even if you live in the city. Because you can put these containers anywhere you have a little bit of space and move them around as you see fit, including in the back of your pickup truck during a speedy evacuation. You and your garden will be out of harm's way in record time. The sweet part is you don't need to buy and operate heavy tools and equipment. If you're not in your youth years anymore, you'll be able to raise the containers to a comfortable height to easily check on your plants. And speaking of money, the cost of starting out this amazing bug-out garden is extremely low. Expect to spend between $50 and $100 on everything if you can get your hands on some containers and gardening tools at flea markets, secondhand stores, and Craigslist. Heck, you can find everything besides dirt and seeds for free if you know where to look. Now, as far as I know, no one's thought about writing a guide about growing a high-yield mobile survival garden before. To do that, one has to think beyond traditional container gardening and think about the most efficient ways to bug out with it, a veritable garden on wheels that will grow anywhere. I immediately told Tara Dodrill about my idea. She's a very experienced gardener and prepper, the shining beacon of Survival Sullivan and the Survivalist blog. I asked her if she could help, and she said yes in the blink of an eye. After all, why wouldn't she? She's been living and breathing farming her whole life in rural Ohio, gardening, homesteading, and leading a mutual assistance group of like-minded preppers, always working on and improving their survival plans. Her creative genius and critical thinking are unmatched. The second person I asked for help was Rebecca White, an experienced gardener living on her 22-acre homestead, raising chickens, bees, and growing tons of veggies. If anyone knows container gardening, it's Rebecca. We all knew that no one's ever done something like this before. Not at this level. My two Ohio girls agreed to help me turn my crazy idea into reality. We all worked like slaves for the past 5 months, but we did it. We came up with the most advanced portable prepper's food system yet, which I like to call my bug-out garden. A simple blueprint for turning common household containers such as buckets, old tires, hoop houses, and even weird ones like wheelbarrows and tabletops into a high-yield survival garden. A system designed from scratch to be moved anywhere with ease in case of an emergency or when the stuff hits the fan. This is why I'm really excited to show you exactly what's inside this 300-plus pages e-crash course. We start off by talking about soil types, zones, compost, and mulching. You know, the basics. You need a solid gardening foundation, and trust me, this is easy stuff, and a good reminder for those of you who are more experienced. Over a dozen different kinds of containers to grow your plants into. Most can be lifted by one person, many with only one hand, so even if you have mobility impairment, you'll still be able to grow food on your own without anyone's help. The good news is many of these improvised pots are probably lying around your house right now, so you don't have to spend any money on fancy new ones. I can't wait to show you Tara's containers on video. Next, we take each plant one by one. We handpick the most nutritious and easy to grow plants and tell you exactly how to grow them regardless of your USDA zone. We tell you how to plant, grow, harvest, and save seeds for the next season. Talk about the various pests and diseases and much, much more. The top 10 dwarf fruit trees to grow in pots, complete with growing instructions. Why limit yourself to veggies when you can have delicious apples, strawberries, peaches, figs, and many, many more? Over a dozen medicinal herbs you can grow in your portable Stuff Hits the Fan pharmacy. You won't be growing just your own groceries, but also your own medicine. We'll show you how to easily grow amaranth for pain relief, elderberries to boost your immunity, and holy basil to treat bronchitis and eczema. As a bonus, when you grow them, you'll also learn to recognize them in the wild. Now, this is important, how to camouflage and protect your survival garden. You need to hide it, particularly when you're bugging out, so no one will ever notice you're carrying food with you. Even if they're just a few feet away from them, your plants will be safe. We also cover any legal issues, so you know you're covered. Though unlike raising livestock, gardening is less regulated. Water. Your plants will obviously not survive without it. And if you don't want to water them yourself every time, there are electric and non-electric ways to do it automatically. We'll show you how to set up not one, but 5 different irrigation systems that are dirt cheap. One of them is so simple and ingenious, all you need is a 2-liter plastic bottle. Portable chickens. Why not? We take things a step further so you can be among the privileged who will enjoy animal protein post-collapse. And of course, we'll give you the instructions on how to build a mobile chicken coop. The one mistake to never ever make when prepping your garden to bug out. We will of course tell you what to do step by step, so when the time comes, you evacuate in under 10 minutes flat. All in all, my Bug Out Garden covers everything you need to start a mobile survival garden for pennies on the dollar. We bent over backwards to make sure everything's easy to understand and apply, even if you've never gardened before. Whether you're bugging out to greener pastures after an economic collapse, or if you're bugging in case of flood or wildfire, you should have a renewable food supply with you, one that will put food on your family's table for years to come. Now, I wanted to make sure you're getting the most out of the main course and the videos, so I'm also including these excellent bonuses to the package. Bonus 1 is a collection of 21 videos that will give you a sneak peek into Tara's Bug Out Garden. These have been specifically created for my Bug Out Garden. That's almost 70 minutes of high-quality video footage that hasn't been published anywhere else, not on YouTube or any blog. It's one thing to read about starting a portable survival garden. It's another to see it with your own eyes. You'll see for yourself how well they fit into Tara's pickup truck for when she'll have to bug out. By the way, you can download all of the videos, load them up on your phone or tablet, and take them with you when you're bugging out. Bonus number 2, the My Bug Out Garden Action Plan, a short PDF that works in conjunction with the main course and will skyrocket your chances of starting your survival garden. We've condensed it into 10 easy steps to get started, and the best part is it doesn't matter which month of the year you start doing this, we've got you covered. Bonus number 3 is called Canning Authority. It'll help you preserve excess produce from your garden for dark days, to sell it when the stuff hits the fan, or to barter with post-collapse. Canning is easy and safe so long as you follow the recipes to the letter. This way, you can increase the shelf life of your crops by at least 1 year. And to do that, we'll give you a few canning recipes for the most common veggies in your mobile garden, in addition to a list of canning tools, steps to take, and safety tips. Next up is Amazing Home Remedies. We already covered how to grow your own medicinal herbs, but they won't be much use unless you know how to use them to make life-saving home remedies. Straight and to the point, Amazing Home Remedies is a collection of old-school remedies that were widely used for hundreds of years by our great-grandfathers, before doctors, before Big Pharma. I hope you never end up treating a life and death condition yourself, but at some point you will want to take care of the small things, such as cuts, to stop an annoying toothache, to relieve pain, or to simply boost your health. This is why Amazing Home Remedies is an absolute must-have for when doctors, pharmacies, and medical equipment won't be available. Next, my 5th bonus is titled Veggie Profits, and it'll help you make a few extra dollars if you want to scale up your gardening efforts and make a little money on the side that you can invest in your preps. If you have the time and energy to expand your veggie garden, we've got some great ideas on how to make it profitable. So to recap, you've got the main e-course, My Bug Out Garden, the 5 complementing bonuses, and the 21 videos. That's a lot of value, so you may be thinking this package is expensive. It probably should be, but that's not why I wanted to make this course. I did it because I want to get it into the hands of folks just like you as fast as humanly possible, before the stuff hits the fan. So pricing it at $150 or even $100 won't help me achieve that. I'm not going to ask a fellow prepper to pay that much. You're better off putting that money in your preps or buying seeds and soil for your future garden. On the other hand, the sheer amount of effort we put into My Bug Out Garden is nothing to sneeze at. We are so proud of what we've done. So how about this? To make things fair for all of us, for as long as this presentation is up, you can get immediate access to everything for a measly $39.95 and not a penny more. But it's well worth it if you ask me. You'll have enough free food for the rest of your life, especially in the dark times ahead. You'll be saving this kind of money and more every month on groceries for as long as you keep your garden going, so you're really not losing anything. And besides, you're covered by my bulletproof 60-day money-back guarantee. It is this. Get the e-course today, read it, then start setting up those containers and start growing those plants. If at any time during the next 60 days you feel this isn't for you, if your plants don't grow, or for whatever reason, you can contact ClickBank or click on the special refund link inside the members welcome email, and you'll get your money back quickly and easily so you're not risking a dime. So, since you've got nothing to lose, why don't you give it a try? We not only have it all figured out, but we put it to the test, and it works. And it'll work for you too. Just give us a chance and follow the easy instructions. If you're not sure about all this, I get it. Maybe you're thinking about giving aquaponics a shot, but you should know it won't come cheap. The smallest ones are over $100 and won't give you that much food, especially once you subtract the electricity costs. Who wants to waste $500 on a larger aquaponics system and risk the plants and fish dying during a blackout? Another thing you could do is to continue hoarding survival food. However, a larger stockpile comes at a price. It's hard to maintain, and some of it will inevitably spoil. And once you eat it, that's it. It's gone. You'll have to go out there and expose yourself to find more food. And if all you have is your stockpile, how long can you feed your family dried canned food? MREs and other commercial foods that are full of sodium and additives. These things are poison if you consume them long term. It's time to take control over what you put on your family's table and in their mouths and bellies, both pre and post collapse. I'm talking about some of the sweetest tasting organic food you've ever eaten, fresh out of your pots. Really, a portable garden is the best and safest long-term food solution for your family when the stuff hits the fan. It shouldn't cost you more than $50 to get started if you already have some containers and gardening tools. And if you can get some quality seeds for pennies, and over time, you'll make your money back 100-fold in groceries. So click the yellow button below, fill out the order form, and you'll receive via email your download link. You can access everything, all the materials at once, 100% unrestricted full access. So you're literally minutes away from starting to read and take a huge step towards becoming more self-reliant. This survival garden will be there for you, no matter where you end up in the next disaster. You take food from it, and it doesn't run out. It continues to feed you year after year. This is your chance to stop living in fear, to stop having nightmares thinking about what you'll eat when the big one hits. Uncover the amazing system that you can hide in plain sight, easily maintain, and take with you, whether you bug in or out. You've done so much to prepare so far, so why not take your survival plans to the next level and start building your own portable survival garden today? Do yourself and your loved ones a big favor and click the button below to solve the food problem for good. Got questions? Let's hear them out. Let me answer the most common ones real quick. Question: how does my bug-out garden work? My bug-out garden is a container gardening system that's specifically designed for preppers, for bugging in and bugging out scenarios. You can pick some plant seeds, find or get a few empty containers, add some quality soil, plant the seeds, you water them regularly, and make sure they get enough sunlight. The power of the system is its portability. So long as you leave some room in your bug-out vehicle, you can load most, if not all, your containers in it and take them with you. The trick is to make sure the containers fit well in the back of your car by doing some drills and figuring out the best ways to position them so you don't waste precious seconds doing that when disaster strikes. Question: what exactly am I getting? You'll be getting the My Bug Out Garden e-course, an action plan to make the most out of the main e-course, 5 complimentary PDF bonuses, plus 21 videos where Tara will show you her portable survival garden. Question: what was the money-back guarantee again? I forgot. Well, you can get a refund in the next 60 days from today. That's more than enough time to try out My Bug Out Garden and see your first crops. The key is to start small. Decide on the plants you want to grow, get a few containers, some quality soil, plant those seeds, and watch them grow. If you're not happy with how your mobile garden's coming along, you have plenty of time to ask for a refund. Just go back to your welcome email from ClickBank, click the refund link, and the money will be on its way back to your credit card. It's that simple. Question: will container gardening work for me? Of course it will. This works anywhere. To protect your plants from extreme cold or extreme heat, you simply keep them indoors where the temperatures are more bearable. Is this expensive? At $39.95, I think my bug-out garden is a steal. But you decide. Get the system today, and if you think it's too much, I won't get upset if you ask for a refund. So, last chance. Are you ready to get started? Click the big yellow button below and follow the easy checkout process. And I'll wait for you inside with a very special announcement.